Hi, I'm Nikola Hlady. I'm the planning associate here at Amigos de los Rios. Started off as a planning fellow. My background is in urban planning and environmental studies. I graduated from Pomona College out here in Claremont, just a few miles east of our office here, with a degree in, it was called environmental analysis there. From there, I went on to get my master's degree in urban planning, finished that up at USC. After some professional experience in the private sector, I found myself at Amigos de los Rios, and I couldn't be happier to be doing this work that we're doing here. I really believe in it, and it's an inspiring place to be, both up here in Altadena at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains, and also to be doing this important work in the east part of Los Angeles County. So I've worked on a variety of projects here at Amigos de los Rios. Started off working primarily on our Emerald Necklace Forest to Ocean Expanded Vision Plan. This was a project that was funded by the California Strategic Growth Council, and we developed it in partnership with the Conservation Fund, which is a national conservation and urban conservation nonprofit. So the expanded plan sort of builds upon what is over 10 years of experience developing the Emerald Necklace, San Gabriel Emerald Necklace in El Monte, in South El Monte, in the east part of Los Angeles County, to put forth a county-wide and LA Basin-wide vision for green infrastructure that really keys off of the Olmsted-Bartholomew Plan of 1930, which envisioned a network of parks, trails, and greenways connecting the mountains, San Gabriel Mountains to the north, to the Pacific Beach to the south, with trails, parks, greenways, in an effort to bring more green space to the county and better connect residents and for recreation and health benefits. So that was back in 1930. The plan was put on the shelf. I guess it was deemed a little bit too disruptive to the powers that be at the time, as the region was expanding in population in a tremendously fast pace. So here we are in 2014, almost 15, still trying to realize these goals, having put over a dozen demonstration projects in the ground in East Los Angeles County along the Rio Hondo and the San Gabriel River, to see how we can really make a broad impact in this region with green infrastructure solutions over the coming decades. So besides the expanded plan, I do a lot of grant writing here at Amigos de los Rios. Have sent in grant applications to departments such as Caltrans, California Department of Transportation, CAL FIRE, the California Department of Fire Protection and Forestry, private foundations, county funding sources, and even some federal funding sources such as the Environmental Protection Agency. One of the first grants I worked on here at Amigos was to the Caltrans Active Transportation Program, which seeks to fund active transportation alternatives to automobile transportation, and it was able to fund both infrastructure and non-infrastructure programs. So at Amigos, we partnered with the El Monte City School District, where they have some really great champions doing really innovative and positive work for their district out there. And we put together a proposal to do a 2-year walking school bus program for a local elementary school in El Monte, so that kids could get to and from school safely on foot, not having to use a car, in an effort to both reduce car use and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, promote walking and walk safety for students, and to really continue to promote the concept of the Emerald Necklace as a way for students to be active in their daily lives. So that project was selected for funding, which is really exciting, really exciting, and we're looking forward to bringing that to fruition later on in 2015. Besides that, we apply for a lot of money to plant trees up and down the Emerald Necklace and in Emerald Necklace communities, and also to do important planning work to build climate change resiliency in LA County's disadvantaged communities and others, with a focus on green infrastructure solutions to boost resiliency to the impacts of climate change and to promote public health. So I originally found out about Amigos de los Rios as an undergraduate out at Pomona College in Claremont. I was taking a really great course about water in the West, and on a field trip we went out and visited Lashbrook Park in El Monte. That park really struck me because it sort of opened my eyes to the fact that these concretized urban waterways could serve more than one purpose than just flood control and I guess, biking. They have the bike trails along the rivers there. But it could be something that, isn't something that communities turn their backs towards, or something that's really embraced by the surrounding neighborhoods. Even if the amenity is a tiny little pocket park like Lashbrook is, I think it could have a big impact. So that really got me thinking, and after I graduated from Pomona, I decided to pursue a master's degree in urban planning, always thinking about ways to make cities more sustainable. So after I finished grad school, I got a little bit of experience in the private sector doing some planning work. I was really excited to be able to joined Amigos almost a year ago in January of 2014 and really dive into this work that I feel like my educational training had really prepared me for. So to be able to be putting the knowledge I'd gained both in undergrad and in grad school to action at this organization through the grant writing and the planning and the stakeholder building work is really rewarding for me. And I've been pleased to not only see the impact that Amigos makes, but be able to contribute towards making that positive impact as well. What really strikes me about Amigos is the organization's ability and Claire Robinson's ability to do both sort of vision-making work and really think about the big picture on a grand scale, even if that vision isn't something that's attainable in the next year to 5 or even 10 years. We'll be able to put that vision out based on what we're hearing from the communities that we engage with and stakeholders we engage with in our project-based work, and what we believe in, and really put forth that big vision based to the best of our ability, while at the same time continuing to do sort of important on-the-ground demonstration work in the forms of parks and our Emerald Necklace volunteer stewardship program, where we're really engaging with communities and youth in particular to get them outdoors and sort of begin training them to be stewards of the built environment and nature in that built environment. And so that sort of connection making in between wild nature, the type that exists here in LA County, in the San Gabriel Mountains and elsewhere, with urban residents, such as the almost 10 million that live in the county, that's really important to me, and that's what really drew me to studying cities in the first place. I grew up in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is also a bit unique in that it's a pretty big metropolitan region that's close to really spectacular nature and wildlife in the Wasatch Mountains. So I sort of grew up with that ability to be in a city and to get out into nature with a 20, 40 hour long drive. And so that connection was very tangible to me growing up. So to be able to contribute to fostering that connection for urban residents, maybe kids who have never been up into the mountains or don't really have any good park space in their communities, that's really important to me, and that's something I'd like to continue doing in my professional career.